Simul, and I am the director of orchestras here at Bryan. Behind me right now is a 7th grade orchestra. We are very thankful to have you all here for our December concert. I'm going to turn the microphone over back to one of our students who will introduce the next number.
Hello, my name is Sydney. I play the viola in the 7th grade orchestra. Our next song is called Japanese Lullaby. The piece is based on a Japanese folk song called The Forest Owl. To begin, the cellos and bass set the mood with a low humming drone, while the solo viola picks up the pensive, beautiful tune. As the piece continues, the tune is passed around to the violins and eventually the cellos, accompanied by changes in the musical background. Eventually, the entire orchestra swells for a lush and dramatic statement of the melody before vanishing into nothingness. The same way a forest owl silently and effortlessly glides back into the darkness of the night. Enjoy.
Slagle, and I play the violin in the 7th grade orchestra. Our final number is an energetic rendition of Rocket Top, which some will recognize as the fight song of the University of Tennessee, with the assistance of the slap bass performed by Abby and the driving drum beat performed by Cooper. We show off how strings can fiddle around in the bluegrass style. This piece features our violin section. Thank you for listening.
and that was Alexa and Sydney performing a violin and viola duet of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
A December concert would not be complete without Christmas music. Our first selection is an arrangement of 4 familiar Christmas carols, Deck the Halls, O Little Town of Bethlehem, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and Up on the Housetop. Composer Richard Dixon composed this piece using a traditional style of writing, which creates a palpable energy and exuberance in our playing. Every section is featured with the melody before switching to complicated and accompaniment parts. Good luck trying not to burst into song as we perform Season's Greetings.
Before I introduce this next song, sorry, Carly. The students came up with a unique idea that we're going to implement. They decided, what would happen if we did this song without a conductor? So with that, I turn it over to our students. Logan, this is for you. Carly.
Hello, my name is Carly Green, and I play the violin in the 8th grade orchestra. Our next piece is called Riding the Rails. The driving eighth notes in the cellos and basses and fast bowing in the violins and violas paint a clear picture of a train speeding across the beautiful landscapes of Ohio. In the middle section, there's a small pit stop along the way, which is marked with a sudden key change and a new but familiar melody of Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, played in a smooth and flowing style. Suddenly, the train takes off again, and the original fast-paced melody comes back. Listen closely at the end of the distinct sound of a train concluding its journey as it pulls into the Bryan train station. Here is Riding the Rails.
leave it to my students to remind me what comes next. You may notice that our violin section is kind of flip-flopping around. This is something that we have called violin fung and violin shui, and it allows all students within an orchestra to experience both violin 1 parts and violin 2 parts. So you just watch that transition happen live, and as soon as they're set up, I'm going to hand the mic over to Logan to explain our final number for 8th grade.
Hello, my name is Logan and I play violin in the 8th grade orchestra. Our final song is called Russian Sailor's Dance. Despite its unassuming title, this piece is a staple of profession orchestra repertoire. The piece is built in a theme of variation style, meaning the melody is presented plainly at the beginning and is repeated multiple times in new ways. The beginning of the dance begins slowly with a sliding technique called glissando, depicting the sailors attempting to execute a difficult folk dance. From there, the tempo begins to fluctuate wildly, with it ultimately going faster and faster as the piece builds to a frantic climax, suggesting the dancers and their movements. This piece has challenged all of us with shifting into higher positions, syncopated rhythm patterns, fast sequences of notes called runs, and altered notes throughout. Please enjoy the energetic and fiery piece, Russian Sailor's Dance.
Up next, we are going to transition over to a few of our special numbers. We have some solos, we have some duets, and we have a quartet, actually, that we're very excited to present. Up first will be a string quartet featuring Logan, Emma, Josiah, and Carly performing Let It Snow. Up next, we have two of our 8th grade bass players performing Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Up next, we have one of our high school violinists. This is Nye performing the traditional Christmas carol, Still, Still, Still. For our final special number, we have Christian on violin performing The River Flows in You. Open the curtain for our final ensemble of the evening. I'd like to call up Angie Scott, if she's in right now, speaking on behalf of the Music Boosters. They are a fantastic parent organization that helps facilitate not only our orchestra concerts and events, but also choir and also band, and they have done quite wonderful things for us. If you look on the back of the program, you'll find some information about the boosters. We have meetings the second Thursday of every month at 6:30, with the most recent one coming up on January 11th at Cora in downtown Bryan. So without further ado, Angie, hand it off to you.
Hey everyone, thank you for coming today. So wonderful to see so many faces. So in your programs today, you're going to see this red insert. Instead of a monetary donation today, we have decided to ask for donations for the sanctuary, which is the homeless shelter here in town. I have a new friend, Phoeba Sam, who's going to speak in a moment to tell you all about their mission and what they're about. Before we do that, though, I want to thank Eric Herman, Angie Burton, and Cap Poole for helping set the stage with our poinsettias from the St. Pat's fundraiser this year. So it always looks so pretty. I love our holiday concert. The other thing I wanted to mention is FIBA's never been to one of our holiday concerts before, which, by the way, the Christmas concert is my favorite. But as we're sitting there, after the 8th grade played, I heard her say, "Wow." And it took my breath away to hear her say that, because she had never been here before, and she was just, I could just hear it. She was kind of blown away by her talent up here. And I know you can all attest to this, she is going to be blown away by our high school orchestra that's going to play in a moment. So they're amazing. Mr. Simul has done great things with this orchestra, and we are so, so glad that he's here and all of the talent that we have on stage today. So I'm going to turn it over to my friend FIBA, Sam, from the Sanctuary, and she's going to talk all about the mission that they have. And again, the donations that we're going to collect today and next week at the choir concert can be donated at the front in the containers that are out there. If you have a monetary donation you want to give instead, see me afterwards. I can give that to them. We can get to their needs. But again, next Saturday, you can find the information on Facebook also. So please share. FIBA?
Angie, thank you. And all the musicians out here, young and old, wow. I was totally blown away by amazing talents that God has placed in this room. As I was just listening, and I saw, as she said, this was my first time I ever been to an orchestra, and each of the musicians were doing so incredible, but when it was all together, it was breathtaking. And that's what I feel. And that's my vision for even when we serve the people at the sanctuary homeless shelter. You young guys, as you think about being at school, and sometimes you'll run into people who are at the sanctuary. Not to be putting them down or not to be being like, oh my goodness, kind of way. Let me tell you a story of somebody who's there right now. Sandy and her, I'm going to change names and ages right here. 15-year-old child, Jade, came a little bit ago to the sanctuary, not because something they had done wrong, but life happens. Life sometimes is hard. They were doing perfectly fine. They were in their own homes, and suddenly that home was taken away, not because they were not paying rent or anything else. Something happened, and they became homeless. When we think about homelessness in our rural societies, when you talk to me or when you hear my sound, you would know that I am not from your part of the world. I was completely on the other side of the globe and seeing homelessness in a very different way. But when I came here, when God brought me here, I saw how homelessness is so invisible, yet so incredibly powerful, that when invisible enemies are harder to fight. COVID showed us that. When this child who is just 15, in teenage, yet finding himself homeless, it's just hard. And that's why, how through music is a way we express ourselves. Same way, when everybody works together, it makes a beautiful outcome. So you and I, we need to work together, because at Sanctuary, we not only provide, it's a homeless shelter, which is not like anything you have ever seen. When you pass by, you'll be like, oh my goodness, people are smoking outside, but you miss out what's happening inside, where God is changing hearts. It's beautiful apartments, not like big rooms with bunk beds and bed bugs and everything. It's beautiful. It is, fully furnished. It's a place where we give people who are living in the cars, who are living in somebody else's couch, or just having sharing a bedroom or a room in somebody else's house. From that situation, when they find nowhere else to go, we give them a place. Not only a place, since we don't have any end date, we meet there, we give them a safe place, we provide food, and that's why you see all of those things. We together, we provide them as much as possible from our side, food to eat, some little bit close to wear, and I'm not requesting clothes donation, please don't give me no clothes. So, we just try to provide a place where they can relaunch into society. Every year, we turn away about 600 people. We serve about 90 families, but we turn away so many. But what we do is when people come, by providing all of the things that I mentioned, we give them a place so that they can start working again. They can save up. We help them save so they can move out into their own apartment and not another somebody else's house and somebody else's car or somebody's garage. So, my dear friends and Angie, thank you so much. I don't know a lot of you. I heard of Mr. Lupo, and then I can't say the other person's name. I'm not. Sometimes American names throws me off. But thank you so much for your willingness to partner with us. It means a lot because individually we can do a little bit, but when we work together, I know our Bryan. When I came here, I heard that some people in Bryan were not happy to have a homeless shelter. That is not my vision. My vision is you and I, we work really hard so we can help somebody else to relaunch and have a better spot. So God bless you and thank you so much.
At our last meeting, when we were talking about taking on a monetary donation, Mr. Luthi and Mr. Simul were like, let's do something different. Let's help an organization. What can we do? Emily Monroe, she's fantastic. She said, hey, I know somebody at the sanctuary that maybe we can help. So she reached out, she found their needs, and these are their needs. And I know as a community that we can help. So, it's that time of year. I know everybody's asking for donations, but this is their need, and this is how we can help. So I hope that everybody chooses to help us. Thank you. Enjoy the concert.
Hello, my name is Philip, and I play the violin in the high school orchestra. It's time to run. An abominable snowman has taken over the sledding hill, and you need to escape back to your home, where hot chocolate and cookies are waiting for you. Composer Alan Lee Silva uses aggressive rhythmic patterns in the ominous key of E minor to create this movie-esque score, juxtaposing moments of action with flowing melodies, symbolizing peace and security. Hold on to your hats as we perform the exciting Escape the Lost City.
Allison, and I play the viola in the high school orchestra. Our next piece is called A Glimpse of Winter by Tyler S. Grant. Mr. Grant was inspired to write this piece based on memories he had of winter growing up in Alabama. Snow wouldn't last, and by the time everyone got their sweaters out, the temperature would rise again. The winter charm would dissipate. This piece in the composer's words seeks to capture the joy and charisma in the colder season. Snowflakes, snow angels, and snow globes all find their own musical representations in this piece, all the while creating joy and happiness for all who remnants about the spirit of season and joy.
Hello, my name is Nye Bradley, and I play the violin in the high school orchestra. Our next piece is titled Appalachian Sunrise. Like our last piece, the music evokes images of the bright sun slowly spreading across a glistening layer of pure white snow. The soaring melodies and long phrases in the strings help to portray the vastness of the mountain range and splendor of a new day.
We have one last number for you this afternoon. Before I do that, though, I'd like you to turn to the back of your programs. There's a list of names and people that helped us out with this concert, and without whom this wouldn't all be possible. So to quickly say thank you to all of our building administrators, our district administrators, our custodians, our lighting and technical crews, and all those who have helped with supervising the students and helping them get ready for this concert. Real quick, we have 2 more musical concerts, I believe, coming up this school year before let's have a break. This Tuesday at 7 p.m. at New Hope Community Church, there will be the Alternative Strings performing their Christmas concert, and I can assure you it'll be a very jolly time, so please go and support them. And then next Sunday, I believe this is here, at the same time, it's on the program, we have the 7 to 12 choir program, which will be a real treat. So if you have time, please consider supporting those as well, and thank you all for being here this afternoon. We hope you enjoyed the program.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I play the viola in the high school orchestra. We finish out our December program with a lively and familiar tune, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. The popular Christmas song was written in 1963 by Edward Pola and George Wilde and has since been recorded by many top singers. The piece is conducted in a waltz style, and the arrangement leans heavily on jazz musical vocabulary to spruce up the harmony and create a delight to the ears. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Here is It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year.